The Great Fire is a novel written by Shirley Hazzard and published in 2003.
Set in the aftermath of World War II, the story follows the lives of several characters whose paths intersect in a complex web of relationships and personal struggles.
Aldred Leith, a British war hero and writer, arrives in Japan as part of the Allied occupation forces. While there, he becomes entangled in a love affair with a young Australian woman named Helen, who is married to a British civil servant named Benedict.
Their forbidden romance unfolds against the backdrop of a war-ravaged Japan and the emotional aftermath of their own traumas.
The novel also explores the lives of other characters, including Peter Exley, an Australian soldier, and his sister, the strong-willed Helen's friend and colleague. Through their stories, the novel examines themes of love, loss, cultural clashes, and the lingering effects of war. Shirley Hazzard's writing is praised for its lyrical prose, evocative descriptions, and keen insight into human emotions. The Great Fire offers a poignant exploration of love and resilience amidst the ravages of war and the search for personal redemption.
The News from Paraguay is a novel written by Lily Tuck and published in 2004. Set in the mid-19th century, the story revolves around the life of Eliza Lynch, an Irish woman who becomes the mistress of Francisco Solano Lopez, the dictator of Paraguay. Eliza, a young and ambitious woman, meets Lopez while he is visiting Europe. Captivated by his charm and power, she accompanies him back to Paraguay, where she quickly adapts to the tumultuous and brutal political climate of the country. As Lopez consolidates his power, Eliza takes on a prominent role as his confidant and advisor, exerting influence over his decisions and affairs. The novel explores Eliza's journey from a naive outsider to a powerful figure in Paraguayan society. It delves into the complexities of her relationship with Lopez, the challenges she faces as a foreigner in a hostile land, and the sacrifices she makes to maintain her position of influence. Lily Tuck's writing captures the rich historical details of Paraguay during this period, as well as the psychological nuances of the characters.
Europe Central is a novel written by William T. Vollmann and published in 2005.
Set during World War II and its aftermath, the novel weaves together multiple narratives and characters to create a sweeping portrait of the war-torn European continent.
The book is structured as a series of interconnected stories, focusing on various individuals and their experiences during this tumultuous period.
Among the characters are historical figures such as Soviet composer Dmitry Shostakovich, German officer Heinrich Himmler, and Russian sniper Zoya Kosmodemyanskaya.
Through these characters, Vollmann explores the moral complexities and psychological depths of individuals caught up in the horrors of war. He delves into their personal struggles, relationships, and the moral choices they face in a time of extreme violence and political turmoil. Europe Central is known for its extensive research and meticulous attention to historical detail. It offers a rich and immersive exploration of the human condition amidst the backdrop of war, totalitarian regimes, and the profound impact of art and culture.
The Echo Maker is a novel written by Richard Powers and published in 2006. The story centers around the life of Mark Schluter, a young man who suffers a traumatic brain injury in a car accident in rural Nebraska. After the accident, Mark develops Capgras syndrome, a rare condition that causes him to believe that his loved ones, including his sister Karen, are imposters. Karen, desperate to help her brother, seeks the assistance of a renowned neurologist, Dr. Gerald Weber, who becomes intrigued by Mark's case. As Dr. Weber delves into Mark's condition, he uncovers a web of mysteries and connections that go beyond the confines of Mark's individual story. The novel explores themes of identity, memory, and the fragility of human consciousness. It delves into the complexities of human relationships and the ways in which trauma can reshape one's perception of the world. Through vivid descriptions and meticulous research, Powers creates a compelling narrative that probes the boundaries of human understanding and the intricacies of the human brain.
Tree of Smoke is a novel written by Denis and published in 2007.
Set during the Vietnam War era, the novel follows the lives of various characters caught up in the chaos and complexity of the conflict. The story revolves around Skip Sands, a young CIA officer who was deployed to Vietnam as part of a covert operation called Tree of Smoke.
As Skip navigates the treacherous world of espionage, he becomes entangled with a cast of diverse characters, including soldiers, spies, journalists, and Vietnamese civilians. Through multiple perspectives, Johnson explores the impact of the war on individuals and societies, delving into themes of disillusionment, moral ambiguity, and the search for meaning in a time of violence and uncertainty. The novel captures the brutality and human cost of war while also examining the psychological toll it takes on those involved.
Denis Johnson's writing is praised for its rawness, evocative language, and nuanced portrayal of characters grappling with the consequences of war. With its sprawling narrative and richly drawn characters, Tree of Smoke offers a profound exploration of the Vietnam War and its far-reaching effects on individuals and society.
Shadow Country is a novel written by Peter Matthiessen, originally published as a trilogy and later compiled into a single volume. The book is a fictionalized account based on the life of Edgar J. Watson, a real-life figure who lived in the Florida Everglades during the late 19th and early 20th centuries. The story explores the complex and controversial character of Watson, who was a farmer, hunter, and alleged outlaw. Set against the backdrop of the untamed wilderness of the Everglades, the novel delves into Watson's relationships with his family, neighbors, and the wider community. It delves into themes of violence, race, and the destructive impact of human ambition. Through multiple perspectives and voices, including those of Watson's family, friends, and enemies, Matthiessen unravels the layers of mystery and myth surrounding Watson's life, seeking to understand the truth behind the legend. The narrative blends historical facts with imaginative storytelling, painting a vivid picture of the harsh and unforgiving landscape and the complex individuals who inhabited it.
Let the Great World Spin is a novel written by Colum McCann and published in 2009. Set in New York City in the 1970s, the story weaves together the lives of several characters whose paths intersect in the aftermath of a daring act, The Tightrope Walk Between the Twin Towers by Philippe Petit in 1974. The novel introduces us to a diverse cast of characters, including an Irish monk, a group of mothers who have lost their sons to the Vietnam War, a prostitute, an artist, and a judge. Each character brings their unique perspective and experiences to the narrative, creating a mosaic of interconnected stories that explore themes of love, loss, redemption, and the human capacity for resilience. Against the backdrop of a city grappling with social and political upheavals, McCann skillfully captures the spirit of New York and its inhabitants. The Tightrope Walk becomes a metaphor for the delicate balance of life itself as the characters navigate their own personal challenges and search for meaning and connection in a world marked by uncertainty. McCann's lyrical prose and his ability to delve into the depths of human emotion make this novel a poignant and powerful exploration of human nature and the ways in which our lives intersect and influence one another.
Lord of Misrule is a novel written by Jaimy. Set in the world of horse racing, the story takes place at a rundown West Virginia racetrack called Indian Mound Downs. The novel follows a diverse group of characters, including trainers, jockeys, gamblers, and horse owners, as they navigate the challenging and often corrupt world of horse racing. Tommy Hansel, a skilled but troubled horse trainer, is at the center of the story. He is determined to win races and turn his luck around at Indian Mound Downs. Meanwhile, Maggie Coterer, a young woman with a difficult past, becomes involved with the track's underworld when she is assigned to take care of the horses. As the narrative unfolds, the characters' lives intersect and intertwine, leading to unexpected alliances, betrayals, and moments of redemption. The novel delves into the dark side of horse racing, exploring themes of greed, power, and the pursuit of dreams. Lord of Misrule is a gritty and atmospheric novel that captures the harsh realities of the racing world while also delving into the personal struggles and ambitions of its characters.
Salvage the Bones is a novel written by Jesmyn and published in 2011. Set in the fictional town of Bois Savage, Mississippi, the story follows a family in the days leading up to Hurricane Katrina. Narrated by Esh, a 15-year-old girl, the novel explores the lives of the Batiste family, who are struggling to survive poverty and personal hardships. Esh is pregnant, and her brothers Randall, Skeeta, and Junior navigate their own challenges amidst a landscape of poverty, racism, and the looming threat of the approaching hurricane.
As Hurricane Katrina approaches, the family must confront their own vulnerabilities and find a way to survive both the storm and the difficulties of their everyday lives.
Through Esh's eyes, the reader witnesses the power of family bonds, resilience, and the will to endure even in the face of overwhelming circumstances.
Jesmyn writing is lyrical and poignant, capturing the beauty and harshness of the Mississippi Gulf Coast.
The novel delves into themes of love, loss, and the strength of community, while also examining the social and economic struggles faced by marginalized communities in the American South.
The Roundhouse is a novel written by Louise Erdrich and published in 2012. Set on a Native American reservation in North Dakota, the story follows 13-year-old Joe Couts and his quest for justice after his mother is brutally attacked. The novel begins with the traumatic event that changes Joe's family forever. As his mother struggles to recover physically and emotionally, Joe becomes determined to find the identity of the attacker and bring him to justice. With the help of his friends, including his best friend Cappy, Joe delves into the complexities of tribal law, jurisdiction, and the blurred lines between Native American traditions and the U.S. legal system. As Joe investigates the crime, he uncovers secrets, confronts prejudices, and grapples with the challenges of growing up on a reservation. The novel explores themes of identity, family, and the effects of historical trauma on Native American communities. Louise Erdrich's writing skillfully weaves together elements of mystery, coming of age, and cultural exploration.